how to get the greatest salesperson on earth working for you 24/7. How can you get that? Well, that sounds like a big claim, and I'm going to tell you how you can actually get the greatest salesperson working for you 24/7, because we all know that a great salesperson is an awesome asset to have. But the thing is, hey, they complain, the lead sucks, they want to get paid higher, they're not working 24/7. Well, the thing I'm going to share with you is actually made if you set it up correctly. It's going to be giving even better results than that salesperson, because it's going to be able to talk to all those people at the same time, and it's going to work. It's not going to ask you for more money. It's just going to work 24/7 for you. So if you're interested about this, make sure that you share the podcast episode with somebody that needs to hear this. Make sure that you share it. Let's go into how we can actually get that. You got to understand that you got to build a sales funnel. So sales funnel is that thing that, hey, is going to be able to work for you 24/7. But wait, you got to understand how to make it work, because a sales funnel is just like, oh, okay, let's go build a sales funnel. There are a lot of things that you need to take into account, and you heard a lot of things that you need to understand on why it works and why it's a great choice. Because if you do not understand the reason behind it, if you do not understand the mechanics behind the system, well, if the machine is broken or if you need to change it, you're not going to be able to fix it. Understood? So that's what you got to know. And those things that you got to know, well, one of them is that you guys have to understand that one principle and listen to this principle, because it's by far the reason why sales funnel are so awesome compared to website and all the other kind of pages that you can build on internet. The thing that you got to understand is that the one person, one business that can spend the most to acquire customers ultimately wins. What does that mean actually? Because your business is going to grow and keep going by adding more customers, by actually making sure that you have a constant new flow of customers. And in order to do that, you got to pay sometimes, or actually you can earn that traffic. We talked about that yesterday on Marketing Commandos episode 19. But if you really want to make sure that you get and win those customers, you got to be the person that is able to spend the most on those customers. Well, that's maybe a problem, especially if you look nowadays, the situation dynamics, the actual dynamics of advertising on Facebook actually right now are pretty bad. The cost is rising up, and hey, some people are trying to struggle to run ads. Well, let me tell you something that already happened tens of times with different platforms and different contexts, but the problem is the same, is always that the cost is rising, and you're telling me that I should be able to spend as much money on that customer in order to get it, and if I do that, I'm going to win. Let me tell you how it works exactly. The thing is, when you create a sales funnel, what actually makes a sales funnel so great is that the sales funnel, the only purpose of the sales funnel, actually you have two purposes. One, make sure that it increases conversion rate. So compared to traditional websites, you're going to get 5, 10 times, maybe sometimes even more, like 40 times, 50, 60 times the conversion rates that you would get on the usual websites. They are made specifically for selling. That's one thing. Second purpose that they got is that they help you to maximize the amount of money. We call this the cart value of each customer, average cart value, ACA, average cart value, ACV, yes, I was. My French prevented me to do that. But the thing is, it increases the ACV. And what's great about that is that, okay, first you get more sales when you put those people on that .com. So you throw people into a page. Oh, okay, now the page converts great. So you actually get some more money, more people that are buying your product. That's great. But let's say, for example, now you are running ads and you struggle to get, let's say you sell a product at $40 and your cost to run ads and to actually get somebody to buy the product is 20. Well, that's, it would be better if you actually made more money. The second aspect helps a lot, because if you set up a sales funnel with upsells, downsells, at the end of the day, when that customer is going to get out from that sales funnel, he or she will had spent more money. So instead of spending like $40, he may spend like in average $400 instead of 40, which is great. So in average, maybe not all the people are going to grab that upsell, but what's great, if That's if only in general, we get like a third of the people to grab the upsell. That's a great average that you can get. If only a third of those people get to grab that upsell, well, hey, your cart value is actually like maybe rose up to $100 per customers. And now what happens? Because you make more money per customers, well, you can spend more because you know that the sales funnel is made for you to be more profitable. So you have more money to spend on advertising and more money to spend on improving the products and all that. But ultimately, that goes back to the first thing I talked about, which is that you get that money. And the more money you get to be able to acquire customers, the higher the chances for you to win. The person that can spend the most on acquiring that customer will win because you will be able to run more ads, to improve your funnel, to improve your product. So it's going to be a win. But to do that, a sales funnel is the best way to do it. Now, you got to also understand that for this to work, you always need to have not only one funnel, but also a way to ascend or retain a customer, to always increase that LTV, lifetime value, or the ACV, the average cart value. Your goal is always to make sure that you do not throw them through a sales funnel and then bye-bye, I'm never going to see you again. No. The goal is to make sure that they come back. You put them on something on a retainer, something that will pay monthly, for example, yearly, weekly, maybe. You put them on something that's going to upsell them. And then when they are done, you put them into a sequence that's going to entertain them and make sure that actually retaining is a better word, but make sure that they will buy all the funnels, all the offers that you set up. So that's why it's important, but you need to understand the whole strategy, because if you just go and build out a sales funnel without knowing those three things before, well, you're not going to see the expected results that you need to get. You got to understand those three things. The one that can spend the most will win. Second, you got to understand that the sales funnel actually helps you to increase the value per customers and increase the conversion rates in those pages. Third thing that you need to do is to make sure that in order to increase that average cart value, to increase that amount of money that that person can spend and basically get free money for the same customer, you got to make sure that you build upsells, downsells, and when they are done, even after they're done and get out from your series of sales pages, you find ways to re-put them into another cycle, re-put them into something else, and actually make sure they spend more money with you along a bigger period of time.